Whether it's smooth sailing in the economy or we're in the middle of a perfect financial storm, there is so much to consider when it comes to protecting your financial future. Inflation, volatile markets, we have national debt, high taxes, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. I'm Alfie Townsend, Southwest Florida's certified financial planner professional, and protecting and growing your nest egg is my business. Coming up on today's show,
prioritizing estate planning, tax-free money, the political landscape, and much more.
Welcome to Saving the Investor with certified financial planner, investment advisor, and insurance professional Alfie Townsend, president of Advantage Retirement Group. Alfie is a published author, radio show host, speaker, and industry leader.
why do you use an annuity? A lot of people use it for the wrong thing.
He works with retirees and pre-retirees to build and protect their nest egg and offers his experience to help those concerned about financial independence in retirement. If you've got questions about retirement, Saving the Investor starts now.
Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to the show. My name is Craig Wolf, and I am alongside certified financial planner professional Alfie Townsend. Alfie, good morning.
Good morning.
We're talking about estate planning. We're going to start this morning with a bit of a sad story, but it is a cautionary tale on the topic of being a do-it-yourselfer. So tell us this.
So we had a couple that came in not too long ago, and the husband took care of everything. He took care of, he thought he had everything taken care of with on the estate side, and he also took care of all the investments. And the wife wanted to turn it over to us, and so they could, really have a life together and go travel, but he didn't want to do that. But he did say, if anything were to happen to me, then for sure, I want her to come over to you. And not that long after, the Hurricane Ian happened, and he lost his life during that. So she gave us a call and came over, but there was a lot of things that we could have done if they did come to us, because estate planning was something that he was thinking about, but he did not do. I brought it up to him during the meetings, but he, it was like, I'll get around to it. And he never really got around to it. And if you're a husband and wife, you can take advantage of estate planning right now it's like a $25 million deduction. If something were to happen to both of you, and then your family receives your money, you have the first $25 million. If you do it right, you split the assets up. But now, since he passed and he didn't do any planning, they could only take care of half of that. And that's a big deal. So estate planning, I always say, is one of the things that people overlook when it comes to financial planning. And there's things that you can do. And, these tax laws that we have right now, the taxes are low. They've been the lowest it's been in years, but they're going to change. If Congress doesn't change it, and I don't think anything's going to change. In 2025 comes, sunsets back to what it was before the change, when Trump changed it. So this is a great time, if you haven't done any financial planning, to take advantage of these estate taxes in the future. Lock them in now, because we know they're at 25 million. And we don't know what they're going to go to. They can go down to, 10 million, I'm hearing they could go down to 6. You just don't know. But this is a time that could save your family millions and millions of dollars in taxes.
It's a sad story, but as we mentioned off the top, it's sort of a cautionary tale that we can learn from. Does the advent of technology make it tempting for people to want to do it themselves, because they can pull out their phone and see everything and make decisions, and it feels like you're really in charge of your own stuff?
Yeah, that's a good point, because, I started my career back in 1983, and we didn't have the internet. We didn't have really cell phones. So now you get everything. You get everything on your phone, your iPad, your computer immediately. You get everything, just alerts, alerts, alerts. So it's hard to really stay focused, number one, and discipline, because emotion plays now much more than it did when you had to look at your statement at the end of the month to know what was going on. Now you know what's going on to the second. So it's much harder right now to be a do-it-yourselfer, and people come in all the time that will relinquish their portfolios to us and say, you know what, I just didn't do a good job. I let my emotions get in the way, and I don't want to have to deal with that anymore because I made bad decisions. I lost hundreds of thousands of dollars because I got out too early and I didn't get back in, and I don't want to play that game anymore. So it does. These
changes in taxes would be one of the most important things you would say to think about in estate planning.
Absolutely. Right. Estate planning, Roth conversions, and all that good stuff.
All right, Alfie, thank you.
Yes.
If you'd like more information on all of the topics Alfie just mentioned, as well as many others like Social Security and taxes and other things we don't have time to talk about today, visit Alfie's website. It is savingtheinvestor.com, or just use the QR code that you see on your screen. Plenty more to come on Saving the Investor, so stick around.
You are watching Saving the Investor, where your money matters.
Living in Southwest Florida, we're all way too familiar with storms. But what if the perfect financial storm hits while you're in retirement? Are you prepared? Certified financial planner professional Alfie Townsend has a new book out called Making Waves in Retirement. It breaks down the insights Alfie has gained in his 4 decades helping people just like you plan for retirement. It features real stories about real people and illustrates what they've done wrong and what they've done right. Also, strategies to help retirees and those soon to be retired make the right decisions and avoid costly mistakes. Whether it's battling inflation, navigating market volatility, or managing the threat of recession, these strategies may help you too. If you save for retirement, this book should be on your shelf. Get your complimentary copy today simply by being one of the first 5 callers at this number, 239-747-1080. That's 239-747-1080. You protect your home when a storm is coming. Do the same with your hard-earned retirement dollars. Call now for your free copy of Alfie's book, Making Waves in Retirement, 239-747-1080.
Ready to live your retirement dreams? Then it's time to meet Alfie, Southwest Florida's certified financial planner. Schedule your complimentary retirement income plan review now. Give Alfie a call, 239-747-1080.
Hello, everyone. I hope you're having a great morning. But now we're going to talk about taxes, so it might have just ruined it. Well, hopefully we can put you in a good mood again, because there are things you can do with taxes. Relatively low right now. If you look at the tax bracket, they are much lower than they were just a few years ago. If you go back to 1979, that's when Carter was in his, almost his last year. The highest marginal tax rate was at 70%. And if you go back even further than that, President Reagan, I always tell the story about President Reagan. When he used to do movies, he only did 2 movies a year when he was at his prime. And because anything over $200,000 was going to be taxed at 94%. Can you imagine paying 94% tax? No one would work at that point. So what we want to do is know that taxes are low right now. And we know we have debt. We have over $30 trillion of debt. So tax rates, when I'm in a large group and I say, do you think taxes are going to go down or up? And I'll say it to the audience right now. If you ask yourself, do we have a better chance of taxes being higher or lower down the road? Almost 99% will say higher because of the debt that we have, and we're in a relatively low tax rate. So how do you take advantage of this tax rate? One of the things is, do some Roth conversions. So if you're not 72 yet and you're gonna have to start taking out money out of your IRA, why not start taking it out now and roll it over into a Roth? Now, a Roth is something that you pay taxes now, but then it defers for down the road. And when you want to take money out, the great thing about it is it's tax-free. That's 100% tax-free. There's not a lot of vehicles. There's a couple other strategies that we use, but the Roth conversion is one. We have other ones that can definitely give you even more money that you can put in there to take out tax-free. But if you're not really looking at tax planning in your really retirement plan, this is a great time to do it because we are still in a relatively low interest rate environment and tax rate environment. So give us a call and let us see if we can put you in a better position for some tax-free money down the road.
You are watching Saving the Investor, where your money matters. Ready to live your retirement dreams? Then it's time to meet Alfie, Southwest Florida's certified financial planner. Schedule your complimentary retirement income plan review now. Give Alfie a call, 239-747-1080.
Maybe you remember the old TV commercial, "Pay me now or pay me later." Consider this. We're actually in the lowest tax bracket in the last 30 years. But these rates may not last for long, and where they may be headed could put a dent in your retirement. But there are things to do right now to reduce your future taxes and make informed decisions about your retirement. Certified financial planner professional Alfie Townsend has a great free resource. Just go to savingtheinvestor.com and you can generate a quick report that can help you evaluate your potential tax bill in retirement. And it takes less than 1 minute. If what you learn surprises you, it's time to talk to Alfie. There may be ways that he can help you so that you can keep more of your hard-earned dollars in your pocket. Paying your fair share is one thing, but who wants to pay a penny more? Protect your financial future. Find out if your retirement tax bill could be too big by visiting savingtheinvestor.com or using the QR code on your screen.
You have a club for every scenario, a driver for the long holes, wedges to get over the hazards, and a putter when you need a touch of finesse. And you'll need plenty of these too. What about your retirement? Will you have enough to play the back nine? Find out today. Schedule your complimentary retirement income plan review with Alfie Townsend, Southwest Florida's certified financial planner. Call 239-747-1080.
You've got questions, and Alfie has the answers that will keep you on the retirement fairway. I'm 67 years old, and I don't need my required minimum distributions right now. Do you think I should do a Roth conversion?
67 years old, and you're not needing your required minimum distribution. So you have about 5 years before you have to start taking the required minimum distributions out. Taxes are most likely going to be going up in the future, so if you can handle, we have a great program here at our office that will put your 1040 form in there, and it will really tell us what your average rate is, average marginal tax rate, and your marginal tax rate. It will tell us if it makes sense to do it. Now you have to be aware, when you do a Roth conversion, you'll be paying some taxes on Social Security. So we have to take all that in consideration. So I just don't want to say yes or no. It'd be better to come in, let us put it through the program, and it will tell us if you're a good candidate for it.
Is there a way to minimize the tax hit with my family inheritance?
So we have IRAs. One of the big tax changes of 2020 with IRAs is they got rid of the stretch IRA. That means that when your kids inherit that IRA, they used to be able to stretch it out based on their age. It could be 20 or 30 or 40 years. Right now, it's going to be a lump sum or 5 years. You have to take it by 5 years. So some planning needs to be done because your IRA is really your biggest asset that a lot of people have. So what we want to do to lower that tax is maybe try to do some Roth conversions. Taxes are low right now. A Roth conversion would be a good option if you're not needing the income. If you're needing the required minimum distributions, we don't want to look at a Roth conversion. We might want to look at other means to get that tax-free to your heirs. But there are things you can do, but you have to do some planning now instead of wait.
I'm remarried, and I want to make sure my spouse is taken care of, but I also want to make sure my kids and grandkids are too. How should I do that?
Here in Southwest Florida, I see it all the time. People are getting married, they lost a spouse, and they don't want to be alone. They're going to, get a second marriage and maybe even a third marriage. But when that happens, you also have your children from one marriage and you want to make sure that your children are taken care of. You want to make sure your spouse is taken care of. So how do you do that? The best way are beneficiary form, beneficiary, or we can really, I think the best way would be a trust. And you need a trust that will be an irrevocable trust. I'm not an attorney. We do have an attorney that we partner with here at the Advantage Retirement Group, but what's going to happen is they're going to put something together for you that will make sure that your spouse is taken care of if something happens to you, but your children, the bloodline, will go to your children. So this is something that really takes a lot of planning and talking. If you need to have that conversation, we'd love to have that with you.
I'm considering working with a financial advisor, and I'm interested in knowing more about their fees. Basically, what will it end up costing me? Can you tell me how financial advisors make money?
That's a good question. So there's different ways financial advisors make money. The main thing is this: if you're not seeing what the fee is on your statement, then they're making money more in a commission way based on what they're putting in. If it's mutual funds, they're getting paid by the mutual fund company. What we do is we get paid by you, so you'll see our fees monthly, and you want to be transparent about that. You want to know exactly what you're paying. If I'm buying something, I want to make sure I know what I'm paying for that. When you have a mutual fund, you don't really know what you're paying. A lot of times we'll analyze people's accounts. If you don't know what you're paying, it's a great time to come in. We'll analyze what you have and we'll show you what it's actually costing you. So it's important to find out what you are paying for their services. And we'll show you what, we talk about it when we meet. If you want to use our services, we'll talk about the fees. We'll talk about how we get paid and what we do for our money that we're getting from you.
You are watching Saving the Investor, where your money matters.
When you're nearing your retirement, it's important that your plan include the proper steps to make an efficient and effective transition. There's a lot to consider. Will your income plan meet your lifestyle? How should you reallocate your assets? Is your withdrawal plan tax efficient? Well, practice makes perfect, but you only retire once. So how do you know you're making the right decisions and avoiding costly mistakes? Well, that's simple. Call Alfie Townsend, Southwest Florida's Certified Financial Planner Professional. Alfie has over 30 years of experience helping people just like you transition into retirement. So be one of the first 5 callers and receive your complimentary retirement transition review. Call 239-747-1080. There's no cost and no strings attached. Your retirement transition review includes key deadline schedules, asset reallocation guides, income plan analysis, and tax-efficient withdrawal strategies. Be one of the first 5 callers now, and this review is yours at no cost. Call 239-747-1080. You only retire once, so let's get this right. Call Alfie now.
Ready to live your retirement dreams? Then it's time to meet Alfie, Southwest Florida's Certified Financial Planner. Schedule your complimentary retirement income plan review now.
Welcome to Team Talk. I'm Mary Thompson with Alfie Townsend, our founder and president of Advantage Retirement Group. Alfie, I think it's safe to say that we're very glad that some of these political ads are coming to an end.
Amen on that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So let's talk about the political landscape and what can we as investors anticipate in 2023?
So we got 2023 now, and what I would say is this: a good thing about it, what Wall Street likes is they like gridlock. And that means you have the House Republican, now you have the Senate, and that's Democrat, and the president's Democrat. But things aren't going to get passed as fast. There has to be compromise now. When it's just one party, regardless if it's a Republican party or Democrat, Wall Street doesn't like that as much because things can be passed and more uncertainty can happen. So Wall Street doesn't like uncertainty. So most of the time, when you have gridlock, split Congress and House, Senate and House, you're going to have typically a better opportunity for Wall Street to shine. they do like that.
Excellent. So what are some of the other things that people are concerned about right now?
So a lot, when you have gridlock, you're also going to have, another 2 more years. You have the president. You have the presidency coming up 2024, right. Just a year and a half away or so. So you have that. Now, what happens there's a lot of Senate members that are going to be on the Democratic side that is going to be running for re-election. So the last thing they want to do is raise taxes, because they're coming up in a couple years for re-election. So I don't think you're going to see tax increases. That's a good thing. So you might see a nice little run on the market. You have to first get through a possible recession this year, because we have, that's what anticipation of all the CEOs, about 90% of them are predicting some type of recession. Some of the money managers that we deal with are saying most likely sometime in 2023. So if that happens, remember, recession is 2 quarters of negative GDP. Now, it doesn't mean that the market tanks on a recession. That means it slows down. People aren't spending as much. And the good thing about, if there's any good thing about a recession, is it will fight inflation big time, because if you're not spending as much, the inflation is coming down. So with all the rate increases that the Feds did last year, there's 0.75, 0.75. You notice it really wasn't helping too much with inflation in 2022, but it's really going to take hold this year because it's typically a year away. So you're going to have inflation coming down. You're going to have people losing jobs, unfortunately, with GDP numbers coming down. So it's going to be an up and down year, but with gridlock, Washington, or I should say Wall Street, really likes gridlock more than one-party control.
I think one of the main things that people want to know is who can they talk to and go to help get them through these times right now.
Yeah.
And that's where you really help people put together an income plan. You guide them to and through retirement, no matter what's going on in the economy or politics.
And that's a good point, because it doesn't matter who's leading right now, because what happens, people are still going to buy goods and services. The market's still going to do. You just have to be in right sectors. You have to know, if we're going to be in a recession, there's going to be stocks that do better during recession. If interest rates are going to start coming down, that growth stocks are going to start going up. So a portfolio review would be a great time right now.
Yes, it is a great time to have a portfolio review. And if you'd like to meet with Alfie to review your portfolio, you can go to his website, savingtheinvestor.com, or use the QR code on your screen.
You are watching Saving the Investor, where your money matters. We all have a picture of our perfect retirement, but how do we get there? At Advantage Retirement Group, helping you get there is our business. We're passionate about getting to know you, learning your hopes and dreams. Why? So we can work with you to achieve them. How? By maximizing the money you've saved, minimizing the dollars you pay in taxes and the risk you are exposed to, and creating a retirement income plan that ensures your savings lasts a lifetime. We're thankful to work with so many wonderful people, and we'd love to work with you too. Call Advantage Retirement Group today for your no-cost, no-obligation evaluation, 239-747-1080. Your retirement is too important to put off. Call now, 239-747-1080.
You've heard about dollar cost averaging, especially when you worked and you had 401k and you were paying into that 401k each and every week or bi-weekly, and what you were doing is you were buying stocks at different prices, up, down. It didn't matter because you were still working and you were not dependent on that money and you had income coming in. But now that you're retired or soon to be retired, what happens is, in a volatile market, if you're taking income out of your portfolio each and every month, and the market has been volatile lately, and the market's down, and you're taking money out of a down portfolio, down assets, what you're doing is you're not letting it be able to build back up. So income planning, I always say, is one of the most important part to get you to and through retirement, because you have to have assets that are not going down when you're taking income from that account. Especially if the market's volatile, we're going to look at the accounts that are holding up the best or not going down at all to start paying you that income each and every month. So income planning in a volatile market or even a non-volatile market, I say, is one of the most important part of your retirement plan. So make sure you have a plan in place when you're taking income.
You are watching Saving the Investor, where your money matters. Ready to live your retirement dreams? Then it's time to meet Alfie, Southwest Florida's certified financial planner. Schedule your complimentary retirement income plan review now. Give Alfie a call, 239-747-1080.
Retirement gives you long-awaited opportunities. You finally gain control over how you spend your time. But you also need control of your investments, of your hard-earned money. There are a lot of moving parts, and just saving over the years is the first part. What about generating income, your Social Security, minimizing taxes, or managing risk? If you save for retirement, call us at 239-747-1080. Retirement can last more than 20 years, yet many people don't have enough money saved to get through 1 decade, let alone 2. Call us at 239-747-1080. Let us show you how to make your nest egg go the distance. That's 239-747-1080.
Mondo Uomo specializes in remarkable clothing for the remarkable man, like our exclusive selection of Bugatti and St. Croix shirts and sweaters. Visit our store in Naples at the Village on Venetian Bay or online at mondouomo.com.
Remember the Wall Street bailouts? Those same big banks and financial firms have been fined billions for misleading customers. And now they want to manage your retirement savings. Why would you trust them? I'm Alfie Townsend, Southwest Florida's certified financial planner professional. My values are Main Street, not Wall Street. As an independent advisor, I don't work for shareholders, I work for you. If you want a fresh start with a local advisor, give me a call today.
Mondo Uomo offers a remarkable selection of the latest styles in menswear. Visit Mondo Uomo at the Village on Venetian Bay in Naples. Alberto, Bugatti, St. Croix, Zanella. Come see what remarkable shopping is all about.
At Advantage Retirement Group, our business is your retirement. We're passionate about learning your hopes and dreams so we can work with you to achieve them. By maximizing the money you've saved, minimizing the dollars you pay in taxes and the risk you're exposed to, and creating a retirement income plan that ensures your savings lasts a lifetime. Call us today for your no-cost, no-obligation evaluation. Call now. 239-747-1080.